Now I think they can hear us, if I'm not mistaken.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. We are glad to be back with you. We're glad to be back here. We are just glad, as a matter of fact.
Well, I don't know about that. I'd actually rather be back on the ship, I think.
Yes. Hello, hello. People are filing in. It's a pleasure to have everyone here tonight, and thank you for being here. There's so much to talk about. I'm not even sure if we know where to start. Do we know where to start?
I don't know. We had a great week. It's probably been one of our best weeks on the ship as far as the ship goes.
Yes. It was tremendous. It was tremendous.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate, you're probably saying to yourself, Jamie, your face looks a little bit chubbier than it did last time we saw you, like 2 weeks ago. And I gotta say that's probably accurate. I think I probably put on I'm probably about 10 pounds more right now than I was when I left. And I bet about 2 pounds of that is probably just solid, pure weight gain. And the rest of it is water and everything inside of me that needs to get out of there, if that's not too graphic for you. And just, a little bit of alcohol retention and some stuff like that. So it was a tremendous time.
It was.
And we're so excited to be here. Right out of the gate, Roger Redding asked, were there any balcony parties? There weren't a lot of balcony parties, but there were a lot of parties. We had a great time. And Sharon, what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to try to say hi to some folks?
Yeah,
do you want to just jump into the action?
Why don't we say hi to a few people, and then we'll tell
one person that did miss us amazingly is Lucy. We were gone.
She's right here.
Yeah, she has not left our feet since we got home yesterday, and probably right around this time yesterday, as a matter of fact. And so if you see us bouncing around and stuff, you can't see her. She's down here, but she is just out of her mind and super excited. So so that's the deal with her. I guess everyone can hear us okay. I don't see anyone who's talking about bad audio, bad visual, or anything. So if you can hear us and see us, give me a quick yes from somebody out there to confirm we're all good to go. And we're gonna dive right into the horizon. What do you want to cover first?
I just saw some. Yes, Amanda, we did get them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
I did send you a Facebook message. I don't know if you got it. But it was so sweet. And we will be wearing those hats. We're going to be bringing them on all of our Carnival cruises.
Oh, yes. That was tremendous.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's...
Nancy says she wants the 8-case review again, and I am trimmed down from that. I am. I appreciate that. And before you watch me anytime, just watch me from a year ago and then come in, and then I'll look a lot thinner. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. No lagging. Everything's good to go. We are ready to rock. So tell them, did you like or love... or was it the greatest ever? How was your cruise on the Horizon, Sharon? Tell the people. They want to know. Sharon at Sea, what was her impression of the Horizon?
It was probably one of the best cruises we've been on. We've been on cruises with other people that have been great because of the people we're on, not necessarily the ship, but the people that we cruised with made the, I guess, the vacation
you can take
memorable.
A mediocre
But
ship
as far
and
as if you just take the ship and the customer service and everything on the ship, I would say this was probably our best cruise.
Wow.
I'm not going to say that I love it more than the Breeze yet, but they're like, I don't know, like this.
They're neck and neck?
They're neck and neck, and I like them both for a little bit different reasons. But they're both my two favorite ships now.
So that's a little bit of a surprise because we were on the Vista.
And the Vista was definitely not my favorite.
It wasn't our favorite ship, and there's a lot of similarities, but there were some things that were different. What were some of the biggest differences you found between the Horizon and the Vista?
The biggest thing that's really just stood out is the customer service, I would say, right off the bat, and the whole cruise. The Vista... I mean, of course, people are always friendly on a cruise, but they just weren't as helpful. They didn't have the fun personalities. It just wasn't.
It just wasn't there. It wasn't popping.
It was kind of on the bottom of our list. But the Horizon, there was not one person from the time we walked on the ship till the time we got off, whether it was the customer service desk, the room steward, the main dining room staff, the buffet staff, the anyone on that entire ship. Everyone was so friendly and helpful. They went out of their way, and I mean, I can't say enough about them. There's not one negative thing about the customer service at all.
That is, I mean, in the words of the great actor Nick Cage, that's high praise.
Yeah, and
that's high praise.
I mean,
coming from you,
multiple times. I mean, I actually had to use the customer service, up at the guest services. I've used their phone, I think, like 6 times throughout the whole cruise, and no problem. They took me into my own private little room there a few times to use it, and I mean, they were just the best.
That was
cool. I can't even say enough.
Hold on, I see Andrew. Andrew's concerned. He's saying, no, I'm going to be on the Vista. Listen, keep a few things in mind, okay? We went on the Vista, and it was still very new. They were still working out some bugs. Yeah. Also, we went on the Vista with this expectation of the greatest thing since sliced bread, and there are a lot of things that are different that if we had our options about it, we'd probably change back as far as the styling and the design of the 2 ships. So the Vista, we had such ridiculous expectations, and they weren't quite met. And yeah, the service was pretty mediocre. So that's one of the biggest things for us and how we judge our cruise by how they make us feel. But they've certainly raised their game by now, and we've heard a lot of tremendous feedback about them. So don't be alarmed, because every cruise experience is a little bit different, and you'll have a good time.
Right, and every so often they do change the staff. Every few months, the staff changes over on the ships as they go on vacations and new people come on. So the staff on there now is probably totally different from when we went on the Vista.
That is correct.
And like I said, you know, the bugs, I'm sure most of them were worked out, and we would still sail on her again on the Vista at some point if we ever could work it into our schedule. We
would love to. But, yeah, that's a tough schedule to get back to her, but I think we'll sail on the Horizon again, won't we?
We sure will.
When will we be on the Horizon again?
I wish I could sail on the Horizon again before October, because I would go on it again this summer.
Yes.
I mean, I would.
And we're not just blowing smoke at you to try to get you to come on the Sharon group cruise on the Horizon in October, but we can tell you this: if you do go, it's going to be amazing. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah. Now, I will say there were a couple things that were kind of like the Vista that were maybe even a little negative, but they did make a few changes to the Liquid Lounge nightclub, the seating in there from the Vista. Not a lot. It still had a lot of the same seating, but there were a little more tiered seats than there are on the Vista. But there were still a lot of places that you sit that were not good. Yes. So you just have to really get there early, stand in line to get a good seat in there. So that is still a little bit of a problem, I would say. We got there early, you know, the couple times we went, and we got good seats. But, you know, that's just, I guess, I don't know.
You just got to be aggressive to get those good seats.
It didn't really bother us because we happened to get good seats, but I could see where that might bother someone.
MG Toe had a question: could you walk around the promenade? Could you walk around the outside? And you could. It still had the outer promenade deck, which we like. There's a lot of ships out there that don't have that. But we like the fact that you can walk out a door, you know, you're inside the ship and you can walk out the door and be on an outer deck where you can just look over the side and see the ocean and hear the ocean. And we do enjoy that aspect of the ship, and you could definitely do that on the Horizon. Yeah. All right, should we jump in and say hi to some folks? Should we see who's in the group tonight?
I see Amanda.
Listen, first off, I want to thank you guys for coming in here and showing up. And I want to thank you for last week. You know, we had the internet was awesome on the Horizon.
Yeah, that's another good thing.
Like, surprisingly awesome. And one of the most awesome things about the internet is that we got it. We were very excited to see that we got a complimentary internet.
Oh, yeah.
So when we got to our room, well, it was and it will be complimentary. All right, so quick, first story. Can I tell it, or you want to talk about it? The internet deal.
Well, we got to our room, and sometimes there's always some little notes or things in your room. Well, we read one, and it was that they were giving us free complimentary internet for the whole week, the premium internet. So we're like, wow, great. And I think it had something to do with, I think I told them I was going to be vlogging on the ship, and I contacted them previous because it wasn't, at first we thought it was because it was the Milestone, but it wasn't anything included in the list of our Milestone, so I don't think that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't think Milestone people just get automatic premium internet.
Yeah, they said it was a gift from guest services, from the guest services director or whatever. Anyways, so I had already pre-purchased it, online before we left, so we had to go down there and see if they would reimburse that. So they did, but it was just a little bit, since I had purchased it, pre-purchased it. Part of it was a gift card, and then I paid the balance with our debit card. So they couldn't just put it back on as onboard credit. They had to refund it to our bank account.
We would have liked the onboard credit, so I could have maybe dropped it in the casino or something like that.
So it was kind of a long story because I was in the process of getting a new debit card at the time. The one that I put it on was actually canceled. It was kind of a little story that happened.
It was a little bit of a thing.
Before our cruise.
It was a bit of a thing.
Anyways, it all got straightened out. They got it back in our bank account. It was in our bank account before we even left the ship, and they were amazing. It
was a little bit of a thing.
Yeah.
And if you were on the Horizon Cruise, that's an inside joke. For just those of you who are on the Horizon Cruise. And there were a few people that were on the Horizon Cruise.
We met
some nice people. We had a number of subscribers come up to us and just say hi, which was awesome.
And you'll probably see some pictures with some of them.
Yes, if you're one of those people, you'll recognize yourself in some upcoming vlogs for sure. And
there's a couple we spent a lot of time with.
Yes, we spent a lot of time with Jeff Taylor, and his wife Kelly. Jeff's a regular here. He's probably on right now somewhere in the chat, as a matter of fact, if he was able to make it. And we hung out with him a number of times. He and I did a master blending scotch class together, which was delicious and fun and educating. I'm much wiser when it comes to scotch right now.
A bottle of scotch to show.
It's in the freezer right now. It made it home safe. So that was awesome. Great to meet those guys. And there's some other folks. And there was a lot of business. We were doing some business on the cruise as well. It was a lot of pleasure, but there was some business going on. There was some heavy heated negotiations between us and Amanda and Roy from the Lalito Loca channel. They're just a little channel. You probably haven't even heard of them. Two folks, Tony and Jenny. They're nice kids and all, but we've been trying to up the ante, and Nancy needs help. Nancy's the greatest moderator in the cruising community. Everybody knows that. And I'd love to see everybody give her a round of applause right here on the chat, because she's here rocking and rolling. We missed her tremendously last week, and she's the greatest ever, but she needs help sometimes. So we're trying to recruit, get some new people on board, and there were some heated negotiations. Lawyers from both sides were present on the cruise, and but the end result was that nothing could be worked out. Nothing could be worked out. So it looks like things will remain as they are. There won't be any big trades or anything. Although I couldn't help you heard about this. While we were on a cruise, there may have been some tampering that went on behalf of the Lalito Loca people. We're talking to people about that right now. We're trying to get some behind the scenes stuff. Oh, but apparently some threats were made, and there was some blackmail involved, and they forced Nancy to moderate one of their live shows.
Oh my gosh.
Because I think all the rest of their moderators were boycotting them or something. It might have been a strike. I'm not sure how that went. But anyway, so we're gonna have to talk about that. It was shenanigans. You're absolutely right, Nancy. There was a lot of shenanigans that went on while we were gone, and we're gonna get to the bottom of that. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. Don't even worry about it. But Nancy, we're home now. We're home, honey. Everything's gonna be fine. You don't have to worry about them, me and you anymore. And it was fishy, is right. It was some shady stuff. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my gosh.
So
all right. Well, you better move back up there. We better start saying hi to everyone.
Okay. But on a serious note, we had a great time. We met Roy and Amanda, and they were tremendous.
They
so
are.
Nice. And
we had so much fun with them.
We ate supper with them a couple times, and we may have had a cocktail or two.
And
Sharon Sharon owes Amanda a debt of gratitude.
I found a drink I like at the Alchemy bar now, thanks to Amanda. The 20, what is it called again? I can't remember the name. Remember?
Watching Nancy in action right here. MGA, you gotta calm that down. That can't happen.
It is the what's it called?
Your drink?
Yeah, I totally.
40 is the new 20.
40 is the new 20. And
20.
it was the best drink ever. I mean, normally I just drink margaritas, strawberry margaritas, regular margaritas, and I don't like a lot of other drinks really as much. But this was so good. It had like pomegranate in it.
You were about halfway done with that, and you're like, "Oh, there's vodka in here." And we're like, "Yes, it's entirely vodka. It's the entire thing is vodka."
You couldn't even taste it.
Yes,
but it was pomegranate, cranberry, and vodka, and it was so good. I mean, it was just like drinking juice.
Yes, and I was very proud of you because we haven't been big Alchemy people, and in one of our last vlogs, we went there, and it was okay, and we probably made it look like we enjoyed it more than we did. I had a good drink. Sharon didn't fall in love with hers, and we're kind of like. You know, whatever, we can get what we want at a lot of other bars, but
that was so good.
Sharon was turned on to it.
And I wanted to drink more, but it was the last night we discovered it, and I knew I had to go back and pack, and and it's like you don't really feel it at first, and it kind of hits you later. So I thought, you know what, I better not drink anymore because we need to pack.
The fact that your packing job to go home was so amazingly good, and you may have seen pictures posted on the Cruise Crew page where Sharon nailed it at 50 pounds, 50.0 exactly on 2 large suitcases.
I was shocked.
I was blown away. The quality of her packing never ceases to amaze me. That is for sure. People are enjoying the talk about the pomegranate drink. Jeff Taylor mentioned that he has actually consumed every drink on the entire menu.
Wow.
And I don't doubt that for a minute, guys. I've met him. I've gotten to know him now. I call him a friend, and I've seen what the guy can do. And when he tells you he's had every drink on the Alchemy bar menu, he has. Just believe him, and don't even question him ever.
Okay, let's go back up to the top.
You want to go to the top? Because that's a long ways away, girl.
Let's just go to the top. And
first off, thanks, guys. There's 155 people in here. Thank you so much for joining us. That's amazing. We have a number of thumbs up. If you want to throw some support our way, just hit that thumbs up button. We love when you do. YouTube thinks that it's good. We call it the Fonzie. So if you could, hey, just give us the Fonzie. That'll be our inside thing. We'll just call it "Give Me the Fonzie," and you'll know what we're talking about.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna scroll up just a couple lines and start mentioning some people. And if you haven't heard your name, then make sure you pop in here again. I'm gonna start. Let's start with a name that everyone knows and loves.
Jeff Taylor says he's here. He's here in the Havana area.
Jeff? You're still in the Havana? I figured they would have kicked you off by now, dude. You're in the Havana pool still. Okay, I'm gonna jump up here and say hi to Nurse Nancy. Nurse Nancy, we miss you. Glad to have you. Lalito Loca is here. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey,
Tony and Jenny.
I saw Jenny too.
Yes.
Jenny B.
Glad to have those guys here. We love them like brothers and sisters. Reggie and her man, High Seas Cindy, is in the house, rocking it. Raphael Zingano is here. What's up, Raphael? So Tweety. How you doing, So Tweety? Great to have you. Ron H. Amanda Graves. Amanda, we love you. Thanks for being here. Beth Ullinger says she can't wait till the group cruise in October. So excited to sail on the horizon.
We can't wait to go on the horizon.
Yes, we are, and we've got some better ideas, some game plans, and some things we want to do as far as a few plans and activities to do as a group. So we're super excited about that. Mel Stowe's in the house. Jeff Welch is here. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Busy Mama, what's going on? Glad to have you here. Ann Smith is here. Elisa M. Garcia is in the house. What's up? Andrew's here, of course. Darlene Crone is here. Kim Taylor, glad to have you. Sheila Bosiger, am I saying that right? I'm just gonna go with Sheila. I don't want to botch your name. I'm scared. We're sailing on an older ship, the Miracle, from our daughter's college graduation. Not many upgrades. The Miracle's had some upgrades, right? Does it have some stuff?
The Miracle. Well, it depends.
Excuse me.
It's gonna go in and have some things done. The Miracle is. We really enjoyed the Miracle.
We had a great time on the Miracle. Yeah. Go back and watch our Miracle vlog, and you will see that we had a blast on the Miracle. It may not have all the bells and whistles, but it was a great experience. And one thing you don't want to miss out on is the steakhouse.
And you're going with your daughter graduating from college. She'll have a great time. If you were going with small kids, like
toddler types,
like Camp Ocean's age, then I would say it may not be the best ship because it doesn't have a huge Camp Ocean. Mm-hmm. But if you're going with your daughter that's a little older like that, you'll have a great time.
Did you grow? Did you get taller?
No, I changed. Oh, on the cruise.
Yeah, I'm looking at ourselves in the screen, and you look about it. Yeah, you're like 2 inches taller.
That's because I'm sitting on my leg.
Does it? I think I'm shrinking. I think I shrunk a little, and I got a little bit wider.
I think is adjust. I don't know. These chairs. We need to get some new chairs for this.
Okay, put that on the list of things to do.
They're not.
Sheila, do not be scared. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, you'll have a great time. We actually had a great time on the Miracle. We love the Miracle, and our son loves the Miracle. Mm-hmm. He was how old was he then? He was probably about 11.
Ish. He was 11-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he had a good time.
He did. Roy Shows is here. What is up, Roy? Glad to have you.
Hi, Roy.
It was a pleasure to meet you and your lovely wife, Amanda, and we had a blast. So thanks very much. Jenny B is in the house under the Jenny B Show name. We love when Jenny B and La Lito Loca sign in separately because then that adds one more viewer, person watching, so it makes us look even better.
Hi,
so
Jenny.
remember that if you have multiple channels, please open up all your media devices, log in through each different one, and up the ante. We appreciate it. Let's see. Amanda and Roy were just thinking about the, Roy, Amanda says she's just thinking about the thing.
Oh.
So I don't know if maybe she's thinking about the comment, or maybe she's just thinking about the thing. So if she's just thinking about that, you may want to have a conversation. Settle her down a little bit. So we just said hi to Jeff. Nana Loves Cruising is here. What's up, Nana? Nana loves cruising. That's something that the grandkids could say about you, maybe. Nana Sharon loves cruising. Jen Sarr is here. What's going on, Jen?
Hi, Jen.
Ann Smith, I think we already said hi to. If not, hello, Ann. Great to have you here. Gordon Johnson. Janet Moyer's here.
Janet.
What's up, Janet? Patty McFall Monk. Oh boy, the list goes on. Ruby is here. Deborah's here. Lori Dashiell is here. Lori was saying to Sheila, she just went on the Splendor at Christmas. No upgrades, had a great experience, and had a great time. Because remember, it doesn't have maybe a guy's burger, but it has a burger. It has a burger place, and it doesn't have maybe a Blue Iguana burrito bar, but it has a burrito bar. It just doesn't have the newest version of some stuff. So
we have fun on every
discouraged.
ship. I think like the Horizon and some of the newer ships, for us, since we have been on a lot of cruises, it just gives us something new to do. So that's why I think we like,
Yes.
that we
Ashley K is here. Nurse Nancy was talking about there was some bullying going on. Just need to give her a group hug. Give me one of these. Nancy. Bring it in. Just come in closer. Whatever you're watching this on, just coming up close to it. Let's go cheek to cheek. It's going to be okay. We miss you. It's going to be fine. All right. I do apologize if I sound a little nasally. I do have...
somebody came home with a little cold.
I don't call it a cold. And Sharon hates it when I say this, but guys, I'm nothing but... If I'm anything, I am honest to a fault with you guys. And I have what I like to call the cruise crud.
Well, it's a cold, Jamie.
If you know anything, it's called...
coughing and sneezing, you have a cold.
It's a cruise crud. Sometimes when you're in a small place with a lot of people... Now, obviously the last thing anyone wants is anything that's viral and in your belly and all that kind of stuff. That's not what we're talking about here. I'm just talking about a cold, germs, stuff like that. And just like the last day of the cruise, it starts to come on, a little stuffiness, a little head congestion. And then the ride home in the airplane starts to kick your butt. Then you get home and you're just boom. It just overcomes you for a day or so.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nasally and a little clogged up. So I do apologize.
So Matthew has it too. That's one reason he's not here tonight. He's doing a little homework and he's not really feeling the best. So, but he will be here next Monday to tell you his what he enjoyed on the Horizon, which. I'll tell you a little secret. He said it was his best cruise he's ever had. Yeah. So
that's saying a lot.
Yeah. And sure is. So he'll be here next week because he will be announcing the giveaways for January and February next week, and he'll post a video at some point this week for you guys to tell you all about.
All right, Slinky's here, Chantel's here. Let's see, Skyhawk Turbo. What is up? The drink was good, sounded good, it was good. We already said hi to MG Toe, so we're hoping he's going to be on his best behavior. Ann Jordan's in the house. What's going on, Ann? There's a lot of names repeating. There's a lot of people here. If you're here, please say hi. We want to say your name out loud. We want to scream your name from the rooftops. So please, just do it. Sally's in the house. What's up, Sally? Glad to have you here.
Yeah, we brought our Amanda.
What?
Yeah, we had our vitamin C too, although we forgot to take it a lot of days. We always bring all that and end up getting busy and forget to take our vitamins.
Yes. So, and I'm not sure. Maybe I got it from Roy because I spent a lot of time hugging Roy. I don't know if you guys know this. Apparently, there's a rumor that Roy Shows is not a hugger, and the fact of the matter is, he is a hugger. He loves a hug. Moments after I saw him, we were embracing. We were holding each other closely. So don't believe the hype is what I'm hearing. Gordon Johnson said, what was Matthew's pizza count? Can we give that number up, or is that a special video in and of itself?
Well, he'll probably want to tell you next week, but it may not be accurate because, but
we have to go to the video evidence.
I think he'll tell you next week for sure, but I think it was around 40. I think it was about 40.
Yes, he was around 40, and what's funny is the numbers come down a little over the last couple cruises because he started eating some better food at dinner.
Yeah.
It used to be pizza for dinner every night, but now he's eating steak every night in the main dining room. So that pizza count is kind of coming down a little bit.
He used to live on pizza on the cruise ships. And now, every night he has a steak for dinner. And then, so he just eats pizza during the day. So he doesn't eat as much pizza. But
that's the deal. So Bristol said, we hope we feel better. Thank you. Timothy Walters is here. BJ here. Texas Storm. Vlog channels in the house. Bruce and Cindy McMillan. Hello, guys. Brad Jackson. Yes, don't drink the water in Mexico. You might get more than the crud. You could not be more right there.
Yeah, we don't drink the water in Mexico.
Alana is here. Alana Zingano. Great to have you here, Alana. Shay Towns is here. What's up, Shay? Chris C in the house. Kim Tompkin from Canada, all the way from Canada.
Hi, Kim.
Jeez, who knew they had the internet out there in Canada so far? Just kidding, I knew that.
Oh my God.
Nancy's here. Hello, Nancy Marino. Joe Dura's in the house. Shirley White. See, these are some names. These are some people who sit. They just sit back and kind of watch and enjoy. And you got to bring them out. You got to get them involved. You got to say, hey guys, come out here and say hi. Interact with the peeps. Give some love out there. Get your name out in the mix so we can see you and know you. BJ Reed said, say my name. Yep, say my BJ Reed. There you go. I said your name. Phyllis Stark, first time here, leaving on the Vista March 10th. Phyllis, if you're here, don't worry about us not falling in love with the Vista. You will fall in love with the Vista, and that's a true statement. Jim and Annette Thalman here. Our first cruise was on the your first cruise was on the Mardi Gras.
Oh, now, are you going on the new Mardi Gras?
Yes, you better be going on the new Mardi Gras if you were already on the Mardi Gras. So that is awesome. And I know and boy, there was a lot of talk about the Mardi Gras when we were on the ship.
Yeah.
People were contacting. Sharon was handling some people that were interested in getting on that bad boy. We're going to come out and talk about that a little bit more. We're not going to bring up much of it here, but we might do a little video of it, just kind of our impressions and what our plans are to get on that ship as well. I know there's been a lot of talk of some bookings out there, and we got our own thing in the works, but there's a lot going on, so everything's going to settle down. We're going to let the dust settle, and then we're going to get into the action then. Yeah. Just when you least suspect it.
I will tell you.
Unless you want to say something now.
No, I'm not going to say when we'll be on the Mardi Gras, but if you... I do have a group booking on the Mardi Gras, so if anyone is interested on going out of New York on the New England, Canada 6-day sailing on September 24th of 2020, let me know, because if you book through the group, you get $75 onboard credit, and for through the end of February, I'm giving an extra $50 onboard credit.
Ooh, boy. That is big time. So hold on, but clarify. It's not a Sharon at Sea
group cruise.
It's a thing that she can do where she can get a group of cabins together that are held. So
and another thing is, if you want to make sure you get on that Mardi Gras, but you don't have a lot of money for the deposit right now, you can reserve a room on the Mardi Gras on that sailing for $25 per person. Through the end of March, but you won't get your cabin assignment until you actually pay your full deposit down the road. Very interesting. But you don't have to pay that till just a few months before the cruise. Yes. So you can hang on to making sure you get on that sailing for $25 for several months. Now I can't guarantee that we cannot yet guarantee that we will or will not be on that particular cruise. There's a chance, but we can't confirm. We have to look at some dates. We have to plan some things. Being that all this stuff happened while we were on a cruise, we didn't have a chance to really look at anything that was work and personal related. Matthew's school schedule and a couple other things. Not to mention, there is a little thing called the La Lido Loca Sharon at Sea group cruise going on in October of 2020, and we just weren't sure if we could pull off a whole other cruise 30 days earlier, so we'll keep you posted on that. Yes. So that's the deal. And if you want more information on any of that stuff we just talked about, contact Sharon at sharonatsea@gmail.com.
And that's our promotional moment of the day, and that's brought to you by Sharon at Sea.
So now, back to the chat.
Michelle Butler, what's up? New subscriber, going on the Vista Sunday. How was the slots on your trip? I didn't... The setup, if you're a slot player, I think you're really going to like the Vista. Because the Vista and the Horizon were similar.
They're kind of spread out all over the place.
There's a lot of slots activity going on there. As far as game tables go, I'm not a fan of the setup. I guess if there's something I had to say I didn't love about the Horizon, and again the casino is almost exactly the same on the Vista, was the layout of the casino. There was one row of tables where the back of the back of the table where the people sit, and that you can walk through, is really close to one of the walls of the ship. Very small and very difficult to walk behind, and you really have to kind of tiptoe behind people to get to some of the tables. I just wasn't a big fan of a little bit of the setup, and that's just the tables. The slots was a whole different deal. So
well, the tables, you know, on most cruises, they're kind of like you almost can't see them all. The slots are kind of on both sides, and then the tables are kind of all back to one side, it seems like. So
there you go. Let's see. Dave and Brandy said you should come with us on the 9/24/20 sailing on the Mardi Gras. We're working that out. There's a chance of that.
We're considering it. We're thinking about it.
There's a chance.
We got a couple we're going back and forth with. We're going to see what we can pull off.
Yes, so we got a couple things cooking. Let's see. What else here? I jumped ahead a little bit and I blew through a bunch. Mike Kelleher from Concord, North Carolina. Thanks, Mike, for being here. Appreciate it. Edward Hastings is here. Sam Jones. Christine is here from Vegas. What is up, Christine? Let's see. Roy Show said, no cruise card for me. Vitamin C works. Maybe, you know, we take vitamin C getting to the cruise. But maybe we need to pound it down the whole time.
We forget to, bring it on the cruise and we forget to take it once we get on the ship.
I had a lot of vitamin B.
I came home, my little medicine thing where I keep...
B for beer.
Our vitamins and things. When we came home, I think there was probably only 1 or 2 missing out of it that I brought. So we just didn't take our vitamins.
Yes,
I didn't get sick, so hopefully I don't get it from the boys.
It's got a little cold. It's fine. It's just a little thing. No big deal. But thank you. Jen said, don't forget to like the video. Thank you, Jen.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
There was a question. Huebner Hijinks on the high seas. Well, would love to hear more about the Scotch class. Well, I'm sure we'll have it featured in a little video, but they do a couple of these things on the ship, and I don't know if it's just a Horizon or if other ships will start to do it, but there was a Martini, I believe, master class, and the Scotch class was where we learned about Scotches. We tasted some different Scotches. We learned a little bit about how Scotches are blended and how they're made, and some of the ways that they keep them to sit them for certain periods of time using barrels and things of that nature. And some of the different things, like literally we talked about, there are blends of Scotch that will literally be put into a wooden barrel, set on a ship, and they will just set sail, and they will sail around to different parts of the world, and they will just stay on a ship for long periods of time so that they can absorb the fragrances and the flavors of the barrel, as well as the the air and the salt air and all that kind of stuff. And Jeff, if I'm off anywhere, Jeff Taylor can chime in as well, because I'm pretty sure I remember everything. But you got to remember, it was a Scotch class, okay? And then at the end of it, we blended our own little Scotch using some different things, and I didn't drink that yet, so you should be proud of me for that one.
It was so cute. He came back with a little bottle of Scotch and a little certificate saying he was a
master blender.
A master blender.
I'm a master at a lot of things, and now I'm a master blender. Thank you.
Oh my God. You know what? We got to ride the Sky Ride.
Oh yeah, someone did ask about the Sky Ride. I saw that in here.
A couple days before we left, saying the Sky Ride was going to be down due to I guess planned maintenance, or they were waiting on a part or something. I'm not really sure why, but after we got on the ship, they announced that the Sky Ride would be open. So
yeah.
It was.
I think it was like on the first sea day, was it? The Mike Pack just announced right. I remember just hearing it.
Yeah, I think.
Or maybe it was even. It might have even been the first day, like later on, like mustard meal time.
I think it was going to be opening the next. They were saying it was going to be open the next day, or something like that.
So Sharon got on it, and Matthew did, and since only 2 of us can go at a time, and Sharon loves it so much, and I want to take some pictures and some video, so I stayed on the ground where it's safe.
He was afraid. I'm just kidding.
What did you just say?
I'm just kidding.
You just said I'm afraid?
No, I was just kidding.
You're talking about the man who drove around St. Martin?
Oh my gosh.
With one hand?
Oh my gosh. We'll tell you about that in a little bit.
Not afraid.
But yeah, the sky ride was so much fun. We had
Crazy
so much
girl.
fun. And
you crazy girl.
I beat Matthew this time, so I was excited.
You did. Cruise Tuber, what's up? Cruise Tuber, let's talk about the dice. It wasn't nice. Well, all right.
The dice wasn't nice?
So I gambled much less than I usually would for a few reasons.
We were just busy.
Number one, we were so busy, and we spent some time with others and stuff like that. And so gambling and the casino didn't come up as much. And we were trying to do some different things as far as, getting some information and doing some recordings and stuff. And I just enjoyed spending time with my beautiful, beautiful bride, Sharon.
And the first couple days, he lost everything. So.
Whoa.
So,
you're very wrong. You're very wrong.
Well,
you are totally misquoting.
You won and then you lost.
No, the first day I won a little bit.
The last day he
But
won.
then I reinvested that and then lost.
Yeah.
And then the last day I invested again and then won. And when it was all said and done, this is what really matters.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, I probably came out about $60 in the negative. At when it was a total start to finish type of deal. So that I think anyone will tell you is a victory in and of itself. But the dice were not hot. I saw a couple bucks. I spent a little time at the dice table, but nobody there. It wasn't a rock star group of dice throwing people out there, Tony. So for that, I got to be honest with you. And I did take that $20 and put it to good use, but it did not come home to Mama. So I'm sorry to say. There'll be no...
It went to the horizon.
Yeah. It did. It went back to the horizon. But thank you so much. Let's see. What's up?
Oh, another thing is the... probably one of the best things was the one of the shows we went to. The shows on the horizon. I don't think there was any show on there that I've been on another ship that they've had. The first couple shows were new to me. Mm-hmm. We just stopped in for a few minutes and caught a glimpse.
The only thing that we definitely don't watch is the lip sync battle.
No, we're not a fan of that. I know some people really love that, but we just
don't hate.
That's not our thing.
Don't hate the player, hate the lip sync.
But the show, it was towards the end of the cruise. We went to a show one night, the Celestial Strings, and that show was amazing. That was the best Carnival Cruise Line show we've been to in all of our 25 cruises.
Yes, it was tremendous.
They are so talented, and we got a lot of video of it, and we'll be sharing some of it with you.
That is for sure. Yeah, I mean, and we may have gotten some footage of it. I'm not sure what the legalities are. We need to look into that before we air anything.
I may have got all the footage.
Let's just say there are not a lot of great seats in the Liquid Lounge, the main showroom on the Horizon, but there are a few. We got in line early, and some things just worked out, and we got what we consider the best seats in the entire Liquid Lounge. We got, and if you watch a little bit of a Facebook Live that we did while we were in those seats. If you're on the cruise crew, you'll see the Facebook Live we did, I think, right? It was a Facebook Live. And you'll kind of see where we were and the angle that we had, and it was amazing. Just amazing.
We went upstairs, and we got the front row right in the middle at the glass there. And so we were looking right down on the entire show. So
yes, it was
those
amazing.
Are good seats. And Amy Rogers, I think I saw Amy in here. I did get a video, lots of video for you. We'll be putting something together on what all the good and bad seats in the lounge on the Horizon.
Yes, we got numerous views from numerous angles, from numerous chairs in the lounge, so you know where you want to go. So if you're going on a Vista cruise, we'll try to put that together pretty quick. If you're going on the Vista, if you're going on the Horizon, and you say, what's the deal with all the seating in the Liquid Lounge, you're going to find out. We'll try to have that out here, hopefully, maybe within the next week or so.
Yeah.
So we'll put that on the list of a million things to do. Let's see, what else is here? Julie Renee is here. Let's see. Julie Renee said that they were on the Magic and they ended up doing the Trunk Bay excursion that we talked about, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And they cannot wait to do that again. Thank you so much, Julie. We appreciate your feedback and for saying that.
Trunk Bay Beach is one of our favorite places to go when we're in St. Thomas.
So here's something funny. So this is a prime example of how everyone can have a different experience on a cruise ship. Darlene Crone's in here. Darlene said that she just booked the Joy for Alaska 2020, okay. But was just on the Horizon and didn't love it, but loved the Vista. Mm. So, I mean, that just stuff just happens, you know. Well,
I don't know. Say why? Where's?
Here she is, right here.
Oh,
Darlene, if you can throw us a little example of what you did or didn't love on each one.
Tell us what you found to be different that you.
Yeah, because just because we say we love something doesn't mean it's the end all be all. But at the same time, all we can do is share our experience, which can be very different from other people.
And too, like I said, it depends on when you go. You know who the staff is on the ship at the time. That has
exactly
a lot to do with it. Because as far as the layout of the ship, you know, it is like the Vista, and there are a couple things that still I'm not a fan of. I'm still not a fan of the atrium area not having the glass elevators. And like I said, the liquid lounge. There's a couple negatives, but we had such exceptional customer service and other things to go along with it that we didn't even really notice those things unless we really thought about it.
Yes.
So,
so that's the deal?
Yeah.
So that's the deal.
That's the deal.
All right, let's see who else is in the house here. Puckett 3196 is here waving at us. What's going on? Sean Langford is here. Felicia Phillips. Let's see. Somebody guy named Tony Barnett is here. Hi, Tony. Can't wait to throw some dice with you. Let's see. E.S. Garcia. Kudos for doing all the great videos, taking the time of your cruise in 4 months. Just got back from a cruise. I came home with an unwanted upper respiratory crud. Oh, E.S. Garcia said that E.S. had a little bit of the same type of thing.
Yeah, that happens.
So yeah, you listen. I mean, germs are abound, and germs are out there, and it's winter time, so you're getting people coming from like 50 degree. That's cold for us. Negative 50 degree climates and stuff like that, and getting onto ships, and there's going to be some germs going around. So do the best you can to protect yourself. At the end of the day, the fact that I just have a little bit of a head cold is probably a win, and things could be worse. That's for sure.
Let's see. Amy says, do you think the Mardi Gras with this totally different appearance and layout will completely overshadow the panorama? Right now it's kind of overshadowing it because it just the sailings just came out. I don't know. I think as it gets closer to the panorama setting sail, I think that will come back as the big thing for a while anyways. You know, the panorama, since it goes out on the west coast, you know, I don't think it's ever going to get as much, you know, I guess, publicity and things as something coming out of Florida and things. And eventually I think they'll move it. I don't think it'll stay there for more than a couple of years.
Yes, that is for sure. Let's see what else.
I'm excited for the panorama.
A couple people are raving about the emergency. We got to get in on that deal. The emergency.
Oh yeah, we bought that before, and then
we flaked out.
Yeah, then we just started taking vitamin C and B and the things that are actually in it.
That is correct. Shirley Dixon's here. Delilah in Florida said we were on the Sunshine over New Year's. Thank God it was before you posted about the Sunshine hosting the nude cruise. Yuck. Hey, you might have had a blast. You never know. Earlier, Charles Hahn asked about my drink count after we talked about Matthew's pizza count. Let's just put it this way. Monday was a strong showing. Tuesday was a little lighter. Wednesday, Thursday, and into those sea days, things ramped up a little bit.
Our port days, you didn't drink as much.
No.
Because we had...
well, one port day I was riding an ATV the whole time.
One was Matthew's birthday, and the other two were pretty active days.
And so there wasn't a tremendous amount. I was well behaved.
We hiked the rainforest.
We hiked the rainforest, and that did not include any beverages.
We didn't realize we would be hiking that much, but we
Captain
did.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Got us up in the rainforest.
Well, we actually had a sponsor tour that day, and we didn't know exactly what we were going to be doing. And
we were just winging it.
We knew we were going to be going to the rainforest and seeing some other sites and going to the beach and things like that. So we didn't really realize how much hiking was involved in the rainforest in St. Kitts. It was a lot of fun, and we had a great time.
Well, and you can tell that we knew we were going to visit the rainforest, but we didn't know the hike part so much, and we rolled up in our flip-flops.
Yeah.
And the guy taking us is like, oh, you got the flip-flops. I'm like, yeah, well, we're from Arizona. That's really all we wear is flip-flops. So
we didn't know we were going to be hiking. We thought we were going to go in the rainforest, but we didn't know. So, and there was water in there and some waterfalls and things, so we thought it was going to be more, you know, get wet, swimsuit kind of thing. Well, it really wasn't. So.
No, it didn't play like that.
But, hey, we made it work. It was great. And... luckily we didn't slip and fall.
Jill Hahn's in the house. Griffin and Alyssa here. What is up, G&A? They did get my vitamin B joke. I appreciate that. Vitamin B for beer. Oh. Hardy har har. Cindy E is here. What's going on? Let's see. And Jordan have an awesome cruise on the. Oh, they were telling Tony and Jenny to have a great cruise. Yeah. Griffin and Alyssa are just back from a great Disney cruise they went into. Said they got cooked in Aruba. It'll happen. We got a little bit of a burn in
our shoulders mostly.
Well, I have got a burn. I don't know if you can see it. I go from pale white to beet red with a because I had a tank top on driving the ATV the whole time, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, in St. Martin we got really burned. We drove ATVs. Okay, so we thought when we were going on the ATV excursion. We were going to be driving kind of more off-road.
Just on the dirt.
That's what I thought anyways. Anyways, so we got there. We booked an excursion outside the cruise line, which I'm glad because we found out that the cruise line excursion just kind of takes you off somewhere down a road a little ways and stuff and then drops you off at Orient Beach.
Yes.
So you don't really get a lot of ATV time, maybe an hour. We had like a 6-hour tour.
We're literally for five out of the 6 hours we're literally driving around on the ATVs.
We went all the way from we went all around the Dutch side of the island, all around the French side of the island. We went all the way to the top of the hill on the ATV. So we were actually riding up kind of steep hills. So some of it was off road, and there was a couple times where.
You were afraid for your life. You were afraid for your life. Just admit it.
But no, I wasn't afraid for my life on the off-road as much as the on-road. There was probably at least 2.5 hours of it where we were riding off and on the streets.
Busy streets.
And the busy streets, we were riding in with the cars, and the cars would just like come up and whip in front of you or whip around, and you're driving, and the ATVs were bigger than what I've been used to. They were
they were big. They were like 420s, 425s.
And the gas pedal is really touchy, so you barely push it, and you're like, whoom.
It's a throttle. The throttle.
Oh, well, anyways, whatever.
Pedal.
I just like to push the gas and ride. I don't know what it's called.
Throttle.
Anyways, so it was that part was pretty scary. At first, when we took off, I was kind of scared, but
you were scared.
I did okay after.
I was excited. Going. It was awesome, and it was an amazing
so
tour.
Much fun.
We saw
so much fun.
I don't think there was a part of the island that we didn't see.
Yeah.
Multiple beaches. We stopped at a little side of the road place and had an amazing
this local
lunch.
Place.
It was
it looked like
ribs.
a little dive, but it was just a little.
He said it was pork
place.
ribs, and I believe him. It was something's ribs, and it was delicious.
But they had all kinds of kind of strange, like what was that kind of stew they had there? Like
they had some goat stew and some ox stuff, and we steered clear of that. Nothing personal to the goats and the oxen.
But they eat goat there a lot. They eat a lot.
They do. There's a lot of goat that they eat there. It's just not something that we want to rush into.
Yeah.
But I went with the pork ribs allegedly, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. So, but we were the only ones. It was a private tour, and we went for like 6 hours. It was amazing.
Jen Sar wants to know, do we know what the IMAX movies will be on the Vista next week? Somewhere in our video footage is probably video of the listing of what's playing. So Jen, if you have them,
I'll send you an email with them. I'll send them to
Jen,
you.
why don't you email Sharon with that question? And I only say that because there's a lot going on. I don't want you to forget to email her.
Okay, if I don't,
shoot Sharon an email about it, and we'll send it right back to you. There you have it. Phyllis said, Scotch tasting too? Yummy. Melissa said to you, Melissa Zimmerman. Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Hi, Melissa.
Yes, I do remember the best Scotch. If you want to know, there was 4 Scotches that we tasted that were true Scotches. I don't know. Well, am I giving away too much of it? Am I going to make a video on the Scotch tasting? I don't really think I will. It'll be part of a vlog. There were 4 Scotches: Cutty Sark, Chivas Regal, which is a friend of mine, and there was Dewar's 12-year, And there were 2 samples of the Dewar's 12-year, and here's something interesting for you Scotch lovers. The Dewar's 12-year Scotch, it's Scotch that is blended. There's multiple different types of Scotch, and they can call it a 12-year when the youngest one is at least 12 years old. So there may be Scotches that have been sitting around for 15, 20, 30 years, but it's called the 12-year because the youngest one is 12. So there's a tip. You learn something new here at Sharon at Sea. But the Dewar's...
I'm learning something new too.
you don't even know this, right? And I'm surprised that I remember it. Jeff Taylor, I'm totally shocked that I can remember any of this. So with the 12-year Scotch, once the 12-year Scotch is made, then it is stored in a barrel for an additional 6 months. And that 6 months does a lot to help to get flavor and change the way the Scotch tastes. But Dewar's especially gave us a sample of the 12-year Scotch before and after the 6-month process so we could see the difference. And there was a difference. And oddly enough, I enjoyed the one before more than I enjoyed the one after. Everyone has a different palate and a different taste, so things are different. One last thing I'll tell you about the Scotch is we tasted the Scotch straight out of the bottle. Then we added water to it, not ice, but just drops of water, like literally with a little squeegee deal. And we tasted, and they showed how when the water is added to the Scotch, it releases flavors and things like that you don't taste ahead of time, and so it was totally different. So they pointed out that when you drink Scotch on the rocks, you only want 1 large or 2 small ice cubes and no more, because you need a certain amount of water to blend in with the Scotch to release the flavor. So you're welcome, all you Scotch lovers on the channel. I learned a lot, and I gotta thank Jeff Taylor for getting me hooked up with that, turning me onto it. He was the one who helped to get me signed up on day 1 when I was off on a tangent due to too much Scotch, to be honest with you.
Gosh.
So there you go. Let's see, let us see. Jeff said, I think we shared the cold sitting next to each other in the Scotch class. I haven't.
Oh, no.
Sorry about that, Jeff. I figured the Scotch would have killed anything, but apparently it didn't. Can you tell me...
she's fighting a cold too, and she's leaving on a cruise. Well, get better, Amanda. Quick.
Oh, boy. Let's see. Cindy Huber's in the house. What's up, Cindy? Jim and Annette Thalman say, can you tell me at the steakhouse, is it one price or does it depend on what you pick to eat? It'll be our 35th anniversary.
It's
one price for...
$38 per person.
Yep.
One price.
There you have it. Let's see. Griffin Alyssa said, jealous, we want to do the sky ride so bad. Oh, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. VR13312, hello from Australia. My family and I are on the Carnival Magic on March 31st. It's the middle of a 6-week vacation. Thanks for all your information.
Oh.
Thank you very much, VR. We appreciate you saying that. That is awesome of you to say so.
Thank you.
Just Pamela's here. What's up? Let's see. Master Blender, you sure that's what the certificate said? Yes, Melissa, that is Master Blender. Thank you very much. There was no misspelling on that.
You will get better. You will get better. Just rest and drink a lot of fluids.
Lori said it's hailing in San Francisco. So who says the West Coast has perfect weather?
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Eric said, very cool. Scotch is watered down whiskey from Scotland. American whiskey is far superior. OMG. Maybe it is. I'm not sure, but this Scotch was pretty damn good.
It's like an encyclopedia.
Yes. Let's see. People were glad for you that the Sky Ride was open. That was very exciting.
Yeah, I was excited.
Yes. Nancy said she'll do the Sky Ride, but she's afraid of the Scotch. We can go in, we can get a little group together on the Horizon and all go in for the Scotch class. One of the coolest things was we wore a jacket, like a white scientist jacket.
You look like a little lab scientist.
A lab scientist deal. And we begged the guy to give us the jackets, but they wouldn't throw them in for the price. So that kind of stunk. Hope there's video of the Scotch class. It sounds very interesting. It was interesting, and I do have a little bit of video. So yes, I will share that with you. Roy Show said, Roy and Amanda rode the Sky Ride a couple times. They got some good video footage of it. I'm sure they'll be posting it. So make sure you check those guys out. They got a little thing going on over there. Just look for the shows. Ann said, do you do slot pulls? Sharon plays a little slots. I'm not a big slot person.
Pulls, you mean like the
a group slot pull deal?
Yeah, we have done the slot pulls in the past. I play slots once in a while, not all the time. I lose at it a lot now, so I don't really play the slots as much. I just play roulette mostly. Yes,
there you go. But we'll do a slot pull, and as far as our group cruise goes coming up, we're going to look to do it. And as a matter of fact, we might see if we can recruit somebody from our group to handle that. I have a couple of ideas of some great people that might want to tackle that chore, and they would do a great job at it as well. And the best thing about being the host of a slot pull is that you get to use your own sail and sign card to put in the slot machine when you put everybody's money in. So it looks like you're spending a ton of money, and that can go well towards your potential free drinks if you spend a certain amount of money in the casino.
Yeah. So if you don't get the drink package.
Yes, you don't get the drink package, you definitely want to host a slot pull. And many people don't even realize that, but it's a good deal if you can get a lot of people involved. Ruth Todd said, wondering how you felt about your Southwest flight. My daughter's a flight attendant for them. The LUV, the Love Airline, always present the crew with a bag of candy, and they love it. Might even get you a perk.
We
had this time.
Good. Yeah.
Go with it.
Right.
Tell them.
Well, we've always had good luck on Southwest.
Except
our last cruise on the Dream coming home, we had a not so good experience. But we flew Southwest to Fort Lauderdale this time, and then we flew American back home. But going, we had a great experience. Actually, we had a better experience going on Southwest this time than coming back on American. Just because, well, we had some seating issues, kind of, I think, on the coming back. But
yes.
Yeah, great experience on Southwest going this time. We loved it.
It was awesome. And when you pay that extra $15 so you can get in one of the first groups, that's a big deal, because if you're with a family, I mean, Southwest is the only airline where it's first come, first serve, I think, on the seating. So, you know, since there's three of us, we want to sit together, and that can be hard. So we always pay the extra couple bucks to get in the first group.
Yeah.
Make sure that happens.
It's nice that it has the free luggage. So, you know, take into consideration the price, though, always make sure it's a better option.
Yes.
I know coming back on American, we checked 3 bags, and it's gone up from $25 to $30 now per bag. So we paid $90.
Unbeknownst to us.
$90 for our luggage to come home.
LNT said, who was your favorite crew during the cruise? Like, who was your favorite crew? Like, where did we have the best service is what you're asking? I think that's what you're asking.
I'd say the main dining room.
Main dining room.
Yeah.
We got hooked up. Your time dining, and we had a great, we were, from the minute we walked in and identified ourselves, and I think some of that might have had to do with the fact that we were on a Milestone cruise.
Yeah.
I think that went a long way in a couple certain areas of our cruise, and that I think was a big deal. We just got treated amazingly well, and we're very well taken care of. And you'll see some of the video footage. I mean, it was great. We kind of literally were able to just walk past people and go to the front counter in the dining room and get brought to our table. And we had the same table like every night with some people after the first night. We had a great server, and she did an amazing job as well.
Yeah.
Macy.
And they really made Matthew's birthday special.
Yes.
I had told him it was, you know, his birthday, and, you know, I asked him if they would, you know, usually they bring out a little cupcake or something and put a candle on, or a dessert. And the maitre d' said, oh, no problem, we'll take care of it. And when they came to sing, before they sing happy birthday, they brought out not even the small cake from the fun shops that you can buy, but the
full-size cake, the large cake.
Full-on chocolate cake, and they wrote happy birthday Matthew on it.
Even Roy Shows gave that cake a thumbs up, because he got a little piece of that action.
Yeah, we had that, and that lasted for 3 nights something during dessert. We shared it with the shows.
Now, Roy and Amanda, if you said you liked the cake. If you didn't like it and you were just being nice, now would be a good time to let us know, because you could just type it in the chat just through the keyboard. And, you know, you may not see us for a while till the next big, you know, cruise party goes on. So you could tell us now, and the pain would wear off by then. So if you didn't like it, you could tell us. So
they were just the main dining room staff was amazing. That was probably the thing that really stood out.
Let's see. The cruise director on the Horizon. Mike Pack is the cruise director on the Horizon. Although yesterday he left to go on vacation for possibly like 2 months, and Schwartz did take over for him. But I don't know the scheduling after that, and how long that kind of stuff lasts.
He'll be back in April. I forget if he said the 15th.
Yes.
Anyways, he'll be back in April sometime.
Yeah, so Mike Pack, we loved. He was great, again, as usual. We got to chat with him a little bit. We were trying to work out a dynamic where we might get to sit down and talk to him, ask him questions. That didn't pan out like we had hoped, unfortunately. But we still got a little bit of time with him, just chatting and saying hi and talking to him about stuff. And his stuff is just amazing. The guy is fantastic.
He is. So full of energy.
Let's see. What else do we have going on here? I'm going to try to catch up with the chat a little bit, and then see what other questions people have about the Horizon DC-810 made it, and the alarm didn't go off, so that's why DC-810 is late. All right, we'll forgive you, I guess.
Hi, DC-810.
We will forgive you. Thank you so much, guys, for all the thumbs up. There is one thumbs down. All right, one person gave us a thumbs down. We appreciate the feedback. We appreciate the criticism. But if you're gonna give us a thumb down, you gotta say, here's why. Let us know why you gave us a thumb down right now. Come on.
Oh, Marty's here.
Marty Saunders, going on the sunshine in 30 days. I'll be platinum. Wish you were going to be there to celebrate that milestone. Marty, congratulations on becoming platinum. That is a big deal.
You're gonna have so much fun.
Yes. And we hope to be cruising soon with Marty, maybe even on a group cruise. So you better make it happen, Marty.
Oh.
Or else.
And I also finally got the platinum kit that I wanted, the blankets, the fuzzy blankets.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
Those are very nice. Jeff Taylor refuses to call the atrium an atrium on the Horizon, and he's going to still call it a lobby.
You know, I kind of agree with that. It seems more like a lobby, yeah.
So there you have it. Daniel Donnelly asked a question. I just jumped ahead like about 40 rows of chat. Oh my God, a lot of stuff. Wow. I got to catch up a little bit. Real quick, Daniel Donnelly asked about the chef's table. Tell him about the chef's table.
Oh, what was the question?
He just said, did you end up doing the chef's table?
Oh, no, we didn't, and I'll tell you why.
Tell him why.
We actually canceled right at the last minute, kind of, because I got a glimpse of the menu, and out of all the entrees, there was not one that I really liked on there. I'm just kind of I guess you might say I'm kind of picky like Matthew. I mean, there was like salmon or something. I don't know, some kind of fish that I didn't like. There was some like veal and lamb. And I don't know, there were just, all the entrees were things that I didn't like. They didn't even have just a good old steak on there. No steak. So, and all the appetizers had something like where it said there was like mushrooms in it and things, a lot of them, and I don't like mushrooms. So after giving it some thought, I decided I did not want to pay about $100 to go there and really not eat anything. Yes. I just found that was kind of ridiculous. So we didn't do it. And then we heard later that some of the appetizers, you didn't really taste the mushrooms in it, and the food was good. So I don't know. We may try it down the road. I'm sure we will at some point. But I just kind of started thinking, I don't know. We thought, well, we'll just try some other specialty dining instead. And we really didn't make it to we wanted to go to Gigi's, but we just didn't make it there. We didn't
the main dining room was so good on this cruise that we really didn't venture that far out. Besides the teppanyaki that we went to one night, we had reservations for it, and that was amazing. Yeah,
and I almost felt bad leaving the main dining room. In the past, going to the main dining room, you could we could take it or leave it for the most part. But this time, every time we walked in, the way they greeted us and we went to our table and the service, it's like I didn't want to eat anywhere else. So,
you are right. You are right.
But no, so we did not try it this time. But someday we will.
Let's see. What else do we have? Christopher Sundberg said, how about the Milestone Cruise? We did it 18 months ago, and now they're Diamond. Milestone Cruise was fantastic. We were treated amazingly well, and I cannot complain at all.
Yeah, like almost every night we got treats in our room. Oh, the one thing we got, they gave us a basket of fruit and this little container that had nuts and cranberries and things in it. And the fruit, there was a little note on it that anytime we wanted any other fruit added to it, any particular fruit or more fruit, just to give them the card and mark what we wanted. They would fill it up throughout the week. They gave us a bottle of champagne and brought it in. So they started us with that, and then they dropped off other like little goodies from different areas of the ship throughout the week. Mike Pack sent us some goodies. And so, I mean, yeah, we were well taken care of. Yeah, that's great.
It felt great. Let's see. So Tweety said thanks because the news of the nude crude had her watching some of the strangest cruise vlog travel agency ads she had ever seen. So she said thanks for that. So Tweety said when she heard about the nude cruise, she went to do a little research. Maybe she wants to be on one. I'm not sure. But she came up and watched some of the strangest vlogs and some of the strangest cruise ads that she had come across. So she's being kind of like funny there. Say thanks. Sharon ATV. Let's see what else is going on. I apologize. I am getting clogged up and talking a little bit. I probably need to blow my nose, but I'm not going to do it here on live YouTube. No. So there you go. One person asked, are there single rooms on the Mardi Gras? Do you have any knowledge on that yet? I know you barely even dug into that ship.
Yeah, I don't think there are.
Yes. Pamela Sazer's here. What is up, Pamela? Had to work late at the lab. Thanks for welcoming us home. We appreciate that. Let's see. Alana said you guys have me itching to book another cruise so bad. Thanks SAS for doing these live streams. They're loving it. That's what Ann Jordan said. And you guys were great when we did a couple of little live streams from the ship, and those turned out really well. So thank you so much. Yeah. Let's see. Griffin Alyssa said, are you overwhelmed with the amount of footage you took? Yeah, probably. There's so much footage. I mean, we're probably, I'm going to try to go through things and organize it, and it'll take the better part of the rest of the week, you know, with work and all that getting in the way. Yeah, that work thing really stinks. Having to work before we can do the fun of reliving all the cruise. And so by the weekend, we ought to be putting out our first little deal. We'll try to do like maybe 2 videos a week or something.
We have a couple of videos we're going to put out this week, but they're not part of our regular vlogs, so we can pull that footage out easily and do that. And one is I did an interview with a Camp Ocean, and so I did that because the Facebook group Cruising Carnival Kids they post a lot of questions, and so I kind of did that to post there. Basically, I posted on YouTube as well. And then also Matthew did a little thing in the shops where he picked out some giveaway gifts. So we're going to put that together and post that on Wednesday, so that announcing his little giveaway that we'll announce the winner next Monday.
There you go.
And we have some other kind of more kid-related things that we can pull out that we're going to do because it's for my Facebook group, Cruising Carnival Kids. But we'll put it on YouTube as well. And but the other vlogs will all come probably starting next week. And if we're hoping to maybe do a, we've never done a premiere, so we're hoping to maybe do one Saturday night with our first embarkation vlog. But we'll see. We'll keep you posted on that. We'll see how that works out.
There's a couple recommendations for some good scotch. Some Glenlivet is out there talking about. Hi, see Cindy wants to talk about the October group cruise. I'll tell you what, Cindy, we are going to start getting into that group cruise in a big way here. You know, once we start to get through the horizon a little bit, then we're going to start putting together a lot of information.
Yeah, next week I'll be putting a lot of stuff on the group.
See how many of the rest of you folks we can get to go on that cruise. Our Sharon at Sea group cruise, October. You're supposed to help me out when I pause like 13th. That. October 13th. I knew it was the 13th, but I was just testing you. So good job. You knew. October 13th on the Carnival Horizon. It's a 6-day. The Horizon does 8-day and then 6-day cruises. We did a 6-day, hoping to be a little easier so more people could go. And we're going to have a blast. And it's leaving out of Miami. And if you contact Sharon, she's got a little hookup for where to stay the night before, so we can have a little get together.
I got a rate at the Embassy Suites there in Miami.
Yes.
For anyone that wants to stay there the night before.
And remember a few things. Number one, if you book it with Sharon, your payment goes directly to the cruise line. You can monitor anything and everything about your cruise that you want to. You can book excursions. You can look at all the information. You'll see your booking online. And the only thing you have to do is make payments through her, because she handles that end of it. And of course, there are some perks you're going to get. One of the biggest perks, I think, is the complimentary 1 hour or 1.5 hour?
1 hour.
Complimentary 1 hour free all-you-can-drink cocktail party that we'll be having on the first sea day. And we'll try to do that early, so it'll be like a brunch cocktail party, and those are the best kind. Trust me on that. So, so that'll be included, plus some other fun get-together stuff that we're going to be doing. And if you're looking at 2020, make sure you look at the Olito Loca Sharon at Sea combo cruise. It's going to be insane. Yeah. There are probably almost 100 cabins booked already. I don't even think I am exaggerating when I say that. Oh, boy, Reggie and her man said her husband inherited a bottle of 52-year-old Johnny Walker after he passed. He rationed it shot by shot. Super smooth. That sounds good. A lot of scotch talk. What was the best drink on board and meal? The lobster. Best drink on board for Sharon's got to be the 40 is the new 20. Right? Or did you have a killer margarita?
Well, I had a killer margarita too. So, but I'm going to say 40 is the new 20 because that was really good.
There you go. Desi Wagner's here. What is up?
Hi, Desi. She was already here.
I didn't see you, Desi.
I
don't think I even said hi to Desi yet. Desi, it's great to have you. I'm so sorry that I delayed and waited so long to say hi to you today. I'm going to bump ahead a little bit because I want to catch up and see what everybody's talking about. Let's see. Sheila said, I thought we had a guaranteed seating with the main cabin, and now they've moved us to the back and are charging for the seats that we booked.
For what?
Sheila, which cruise are you talking about on that one? And that way we can see what the deal is. Matthew's cake was awesome.
Oh,
Roy Shows does agree with that.
Maybe she's talking about an airline, it sounds like.
Oh, okay. So I wonder what airline she was talking about.
I don't know.
She's not talking about Southwest, was she? No, because Southwest wouldn't have
Southwest
seats.
doesn't give you,
Maybe it's American. We had American on the way home, and that was pretty good.
Well, but you didn't like the first one. We had 2 flights on the way home. We flew from Miami to Dallas, and then from Dallas to Phoenix. And the first flight we got on was it was like a 777. It was one of those big, huge planes.
Oh, yeah,
where there's like
plane.
3 seats on each side and 5 in the middle. And the seats we sat in, the little armrests, they actually didn't go up.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Jamie hated it. Because we usually put the armrests up because the 3 of us take the seats and then we can kind of just move around.
Yeah, I like to sit cheek to cheek and let my butt just kind of like spread out and have some nice room on the seat.
But he did not like sitting in this small seat. Oh, sorry, the small seat.
Yes.
And it was nice. They had little TV screens and things in front of you, so it was all nice like that. But the area that you actually sit is smaller than some of the other planes.
Some people are talking about the Horizon vlog, so they will be out. Give us about a week to put everything together.
Yeah.
We want to make sure it looks good, feels good, smells good, and that it is good when we put it out there for you guys to check out.
Yeah, we got literally, I don't even know if it's all on the computer yet. So much footage, so many pictures, video, everything.
People saying Southwest rocks. American was a big disappointment. American Airlines has gone down. All that kind of stuff. Even Lalito Loco said, I'm still sitting on Princess, Elation, and Oasis footage. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to organize everything on the computer and fit it all, and what to put on, what to take off the computer to put on an external hard drive to put new stuff onto the computer, and then which software program I want to use to make some certain different videos. And there's just a lot of stuff going on. I think at one point I remember Cullen over at Griffin Alyssa saying just how hard it is to go through, I mean, just hours upon hours of footage to find, you know, just perfect little clips, you know. And of course, then I'll find a picture I love, and then Sharon will say, well, I don't think I look good in that. Then Sharon will say, I'm going to post this picture, and I'll say, I don't really look good in that. And there's a lot of that goes on as well.
Oh my God.
You know, when you're older like us, you know, you have a best side, and you always want to show it. So that's for sure. Oh, let's see. There's a little talk about cake, and So Tweety said, I don't trust anyone that doesn't like cake. Well, that's good, so you can trust us, because we love cake. We are big fans of cake. Let's see. What did you like least about the Horizon? Asked Amanda Grace. Well, Amanda, I'd like to answer that question by telling you that you'll have to wait for the good, bad, and the ugly of the Horizon Cruise, which will be coming out shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't,
But if you wanted to throw something out there quickly, Sharon would tell you it was the...
I don't know. There really wasn't that much bad. Least.
Anything would you like the least?
It didn't, well, like I said, it didn't really bother me so much, but the seating in the liquid lounge.
You're still on that, huh?
Well, overall, as a whole, for most people, that would be the most negative thing, I think, on the ship. Like I said, we waited in line, we got good seats, but you know, if you don't get there early, sometimes you can wait a half hour, 45 minutes in line if you want to get good seats.
You're right about that. You know, I'll tell you what, I didn't have much. I don't recall waiting more than 5 minutes to get food anywhere on the ship. No. The food setup, the Lido Marketplace, everything like that is very organized and flowed pretty well.
The buffet, there was not a line really at all when we went.
And if you want to go to any of the shows, you got to get there early. But I will tell you this is, I saw the longest line that I have ever seen on a cruise ship waiting to go into the comedy show.
Yeah, that's the one thing, the comedy show.
We must have got there like just moments before the things they were allowed to go in, and right as the maximum amount of people were in line, because it was insane. And that is probably the toughest thing. We did not see any comedy, and it's really for that one reason, is I don't want to burn an hour waiting to go to the comedy show.
And then if you're at the back of the line and then you get up there and there may not be, they didn't really cut it off, say, okay, cut it off the line at any point. So until you actually got up there may not be really a seat left. Or like the one night they were bringing people in and the one guy was saying, oh, there's still some seats over there, go ahead and come in. But there were seats, but they weren't together, so who would want to go and not sit with who you're with?
So I will say that the lines for the comedy show were just too difficult. And I guess that's the one thing I could critique about the ship, is there's a number of places where they have larger events with so many people, but they don't have more than one excuse me, I apologize. They don't have more than one large auditorium area to hold those events.
The comedy clubs,
they need a few more of those.
They're a big thing now. People really love the comedy, so they probably need to look into putting it maybe into a bigger area, than the
There you go.
lounge.
Taser Travel is here. What is up? Hello, very late to the show, but you made it, and that's what really important. Lori did mention that's okay. Josh just interviewed Mike Pack. You're right. I mean, Mike Pack is a great interview and a good guy to do it. And truth be told, we'd had some communication with him. We talked about getting one. He ended up, one of the things they have to do is they have to have someone give them the okay. They have to go and look at your channel, verify your content, make sure it's appropriate for them. Obviously, make sure you're not you don't have a negative intention towards Carnival. And really, by the time all that stuff got back and okayed, it was later in the last evening, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't meant to be. So originally
we didn't plan on interviewing him, so we didn't plan ahead. Like the Cruising Carnival Kids interview, or for the Camp Ocean, we had already contacted Carnival and we had approval for that, so we had planned ahead on that. So
there you go.
It was kind of just a spur of the moment thing. So.
The question is from Ann Jordan: are snails still on the menu? And yes, the snails were there. I ate the snails. I think I posted a little video clip that I did get snails. They had them. Escargot was in the house. There was no shortage. I believe it's a myth. I believe it was just a rumor, and there was no truth to it.
And when you asked the
when I asked the staff about it, they knew nothing. They were clueless. So I think that the whole talk of being short on snails, probably the staff doesn't even know anything about it because they've just been serving them the whole time, and it's maybe more of a mainland type of an issue. So that's my opinion, and that was my experience, and that's that. The Pig and the Anchor, Huberter hijinks on the high seas. So the new Pig and the Anchor brew house looks like a lot of fun. And we went in there and we ate a little bit in there, and they still have the Port Day guys Pig and Anchor barbecue, outside on the promenade, which is great. And we ate there, and it was amazing.
Surprisingly, it wasn't
that busy because there's so many other venues out there. When we walked up to get food one day, and literally there was there's like one person just getting their food. And we walked out and walked right up and nailed it. And I think not many people know it's there, because I think a lot of people believe that it's something where they only charge for it now. They don't realize that there's still the free barbecue.
Well, you have to walk into the brewery and then walk outside. On certain
days. Was it every day?
Yeah, well, no,
I apologize. So it's just sea days.
But you have to walk
into the brewery. It's also there on the first day as well, the port day, when you're embarking on the ship. But yeah, and the brewery part, I don't know. I mean, it was okay. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if I had to be honest with you, I'd probably say I'm more of a fan of the Red Frog Pub than the Pig and Anchor Brew House. That's just my opinion.
I mean, it looked cool, the decor and everything, but yeah, I think I like the Red Frog Pub better.
They have a bar, and the bar is still relatively small. That's something I'd love to see ships do, is if you're going to put a bar, make a bar, give me 35 or 40 bar stools. Stop with the 12 bar stools. So like one group of 8 people and 2 or 3 other people can sit at it and no one else can get involved in it. That's something that can be a little negative with some of these bigger ships. So I'd love to see them do that. So the Pig and Anchor was awesome. It looked like a great time. I didn't hang out there. I think Jeff Taylor raved about it. He said he got some great cocktails there, and just wasn't on my list of things to do. But the barbecue itself was tremendous. I didn't pay for any food out of that place.
It says, what did you like best about the Horizon?
Everything.
Well, we mentioned everything. We mentioned that our dining staff in the main dining room, but I did think of one more thing. I would say the entertainment was, like I said, the one show that we went to was the best we've ever seen on Carnival. And overall, the entertainment on the ship was amazing. There was everyone's like singers, the voices, the music, everything was like so good. There was the band that played in the Ocean Plaza. They were really good.
Event Horizon, they were called. There was the individual guitar player dude was great.
He was good.
The string trio was very good.
Yeah. All the shows.
There was another band we barely even watched, and I don't even know if I remember their names. It was just a guy and a gal playing. They were fantastic. So a lot of high-end talent.
Yeah, and the one in the Ocean Plaza did that thing the one night where they were playing a lot of Queen songs.
Oh, they did a Queen tribute night, and that was awesome.
It was so good, yeah.
Des RBX is here. What is up, Des? Great to have you. Great to have you. Catherine Geezer's here. What is your preferred travel insurance? After this incident in Orlando, I don't want to go unprotected. Do you have a preferred travel deal?
Yes, I'd go with Travel Guard.
There you go. Travel Guard's the way to go?
Travel Guard, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I need a travel buddy. Raphael is out of time off, and there are so many sailings I want to go on.
Well, we might have to get together, Alana. That's the same thing here.
How dare you?
Jamie can't get the time off work, but I can go pretty much anytime.
How dare you? Julio, what's up? Glad to have you here, buddy. Thank you for joining. And Ann said I can't bring myself to eat them. The snails. But shrimp are the favorite. I did eat a lot of shrimp cocktail this time. I was not shy about that. Ruth Todd said, my boyfriend loves to remind me that on Southwest, bags fly free. And he's referring to her. That is an outrage, Ruth. Do not let him talk to you like that.
Oh, my God.
That is horrible.
Oh, man.
That is horrible. Is the main pool area in a tiered form like on the other big ships, said Amanda. No, it's not tiered.
No.
And I will tell you this. The Horizon, just like the Vista, has the Havana area. Now, we didn't stay in the Havana, but some of the folks that we talked to did, and they really enjoyed the experience there. But one thing I did get from them is that the Havana pool area is great, and it's relatively empty. If you compare it to the aft Lido pool, which on this ship is a little smaller. And I believe it's smaller because they have the extra pool, and they utilize the space down below on lower decks, so the ship is built differently for the Havana. So I will say that I believe that by having the Havana area and the Havana pool, that causes the traditional aft pool area to be smaller, thus a lot more packed. So we really enjoy hanging out at the aft pool. We've done that on our last couple cruises, but we didn't this time because it was so insanely packed.
Yeah.
So that might be a little bit of a good and a bad. So if you want a great pool experience, book the Havana area, and you might have the pool area almost all to yourself. Yeah. And I think that Roy and Amanda and Jeff can attest to that deal, that they had plenty of space down there to hang out and do their thing. Amanda's looking forward to the group cruise. 203 days to Leah Rimmer's next group cruise. What's up, Leah? Glad to have you here. Hebrew Hijink said, so if you cruise together and one of these platinums and one is not, how does that work when boarding? If you're cruising, well, Sharon could say that. If one of you are platinum, everyone, and you're in the same cabin, you all get all the platinum perks. Yes.
I mean, well, I take that back. You won't get the platinum gift, and you won't get those type of things, but you will get to get on the ship with them. You'll get to priority tendering, dining, all that stuff. Those kind of things that you're going to be doing together. You'll get to do all those. There you go. Michael N., what is up? Welcome to the channel. Thing. Also, if you have children, and you're both of your platinum, but you have children, they come along as well. Oh yeah. So anyone that's in your booking, really. Let's see. Lori said only 7 likes. Lori, we do have a little more likes than that. We appreciate your concern. You may just have to refresh your phone screen, but thank you for that. Yes, Nancy says I see 113 likes. What happens when there's hurricanes, says Sheila. Sheila, they go around the hurricanes. They drive around bad weather. You can get a little rough seas. They do. They steer around. So if the hurricane's over here, then the cruise ship goes over here and just drives around it. So they can see that weather and they can avoid it for the most part. Yeah. We did have some rain. When we left Miami, there was rain. Yeah, it was cold in Miami. The last couple of days we had some spots of rain on the ship that really affected the Lido party for a lot of people. But when we left, yeah, it was raining, and that was kind of a downer.
A couple people are running. I know it's getting a little bit late. MG Toast says, what's your opinion of the Sea Cruisers controversy? Do you want to chime in on that? Do you have an opinion on that?
Well, you know, I don't know what the true story is. I know what you read, and I don't, any of those things you read, if they're true, I don't condone those. I think it's horrible. But I don't personally know them, so I don't want to say anything about someone when I've never even talked to them before. But yeah, all the stuff that supposedly they've done is horrible. And I know they have a lot of family issues going on between the sisters and all that. And, you know, I don't know. I think it's going to be probably the end of...
You're really walking on eggshells with this answer, aren't you?
I think it's probably going to be...
Boy, you are too... How politically correct do you want to
be? It's either going to be the end of their YouTube career or it's going to get so much controversy from it, they're going to... it's going to make them even bigger.
That's right.
One or the other.
That is right.
So, I don't know.
All right, so that's your opinion.
Yeah.
So I will just make a quick comment. When we first started watching these channels and getting into cruising, they were a big player out there, the Sea Cruisers. And we often ask ourselves, what do they do? How do they do this? How do just two gals with their kids go and cruise so often and they don't talk about doing anything else or not working or anything else? You know, how does this all happen? And I can't say that we're big fans of what they did. It was just them talking most of the time. And I don't think we were blown away by it, but we watched a little bit of it. And then we know that the two girls split. And the reality is, in all walks of life, people are going to make bad decisions. And anywhere you go, at your workplace, anywhere you look, there's going to be, you know, out of 50 people you look at, 1 or 2 of them are going to be bad. And they're going to try to take advantage of people and be tempted by things and make poor decisions. And I think that maybe the cruising community is not that much unlike anything else, any other community in life. And maybe, you know, that's just one of the bad apples in the bunch showing themselves. And it sounds like the one sister's trying to get her things together, and the other one might be the bad one out of the bunch. So I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but sounds like a bad deal, and I hope it just doesn't put a bad light on the rest of the folks out there
that's the only
who
thing.
are trying to do good things with cruising and group cruises and having fun with others and meeting people and making new friends, because, you know, that's kind of what we're here. I mean, there's some business to it.
There's a lot of honest people out there, and it kind of makes things look bad for us honest people when, you know.
That's right. Hey, I mean, a lot of people do this kind of stuff because you make a couple bucks, and boy, we would love to be like anybody else who could quit our day job and be YouTube sensations and, you know, just be here sharing our experiences and our videos and our time and everything. We love to do it, and we do it for 2 reasons. One, because we'd love to do it full time eventually, and one day we're going to retire and have something else to do and support ourselves with. And the other reason is because we just really enjoy it. We did some similar stuff on our own, decided let's share this with other people, and we were lucky enough to have some people who wanted to share with us. So so Sea Cruisers, I don't know, you know, they're gonna do their thing. It doesn't affect me, hopefully, and hopefully it won't in the future. And hey, if somebody's making bad decisions, they're gonna get their comeuppance in the long run. So it's all about karma.
Yeah, that's right.
So there you have it. There's a comment about the main dining room over specialty restaurants. MG Toe, I agree. I enjoy the main dining room very much.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Listen, we've been on an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I know that we are notorious for dragging on. I think we almost went 2 hours the week before we left. Let me tear through here, see if there's any other major questions that need to get answered. The trip was amazing, Des. We are going to be going again. We have a few things planned for the summer, but we're going to get into those next time we go live and talk about some of the next plans that we have. Let you guys know in case anybody wants to join us. Let's see. And what else do you want to cover? Was there any other hot topics? Yeah, I know Sharon's a much more organized person. I just usually come on here and wing it because I'm a wing it kind of guy because I like wings.
I don't know. Overall, we had a wonderful experience. We had some great tours. We actually we stayed on the ship in Grand Turk.
Yes, yeah, that was the first time.
That was totally unexpected. Usually we get off there. We love getting off there.
It was more of a Matthew thing. He's the one that made us do it.
Yeah, I forget what happened now, but it was we were planning to get off. We had our plans for the day, and just kind of out of nowhere, we just decided we're just going to stay on the ship, and we
Yep, and there we have it.
It was a yeah.
There you have it. Let's see what else. What else? Do you prefer the Horizon over the Vista? Yes, Tina Thomas, we sure do. Roy, Amanda, I know you're getting out of here. Thank you so much for joining us, and guys, it was great meeting you and chatting with you.
Roy and Amanda.
So thanks, Jeffrey, if you're still out there, the same thing. There were a lot of other folks we saw that were awesome. Hold on, I'd be remiss if I don't know if Clint's on here. I haven't seen him on here, but Clint, we made a joke about him buying me a drink, and he did. He came through like no one has come through. At the end of one of the parties that we had in the lobby / atrium area. Yeah. So Clint, if you're out there, dude, thank you so much. That was awesome and a pleasure. And anyone who we met, we got some pictures, some video of. We'll be sharing that stuff with you guys as well out there. So that's for sure. Yes, don't let a few bad apples spoil the bunch. Yeah. Mylene, you are so right. Yep. I only stay up on this late to watch this feed and to gamble. That's what Lito Lucas said. Oh, I know you did. I can't wait to gamble.
We stayed up
with Tony.
Well, one night we were really tired and we missed like the 80s party, I think, and we ended up going to bed early. We're really tired, but most of the nights we stayed up. Thank
you, Leanne. Leanne Francisco, that's the first time I've seen her comment. She said, "Good night, welcome home, Jamie, feel better." Thank you, Leanne. We appreciate that. You know we love you. Thanks. Let's see. Someone's from being here. I'm excited that I'm jumping up and down in my seat. MG Toe, you're a real pistol. One day I can't wait to meet you, and I'm gonna give you a hug just like I gave to Roy Shows.
Oh, we did the quest game too. That was very interesting.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even mention that. We'll talk more about that in the vlog. We did the quest. Well, we didn't do the quest. Well, I guess we did the quest because when you're in the audience, you're part of the quest. But I got a few minutes of video of the introduction of the game, and then there was an announcement that was made which caused me to immediately turn off my camera and keep it off the entire time. So I have no video proof of the quest.
If they catch you with
crazy.
a camera, they'll take away half the points of the team.
Yes.
And Jamie didn't want to be, though.
I didn't want to be the guy in the crowd from Sharon at Sea that lost the team all their points and caused them not to win. Because people were crazy about that kind of stuff.
And I guess that I didn't even realize, but I guess a lot of the ships, they don't do the quest show on anymore. There's only a few. And the Horizon's one of them. And what did they say? To try make sure something, because they want to try to keep it on the Horizon.
Well, Mike Pack just said if you like it, then put in your survey that you like the quest.
Yeah, because
and if you don't want to be involved in any of that, then please don't go.
Because I think they're trying to maybe get rid of it off all the ships, because it sounds like people go, they warn people, if you go, what's going to happen. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, don't go. And people continue to think, I guess it's not going to be that bad, so they go, and then they get offended, and they leave, and they complain.
Yes.
So,
it's crazy.
Just like everything.
DCA10 says, not surprised. I won some goofy contest, never got my prize. I quit following with the sea cruisers there. Oh. So that stuff will happen. MG's Toe would rather have a Ford Ranger. Who wouldn't? But that was not enough to sweeten the pot for the to get Roy and Amanda over here to our channel. You're right. Ann Jordan said, I've never sent money via PayPal, friends and family option. Just don't do it. It's scary. Do all your research and work with a licensed person. And a couple people saying they wish I feel better. I thank you so much for that. I will be my usual peppy self next time you see me. I promise. Candy Girl said, I love watching your videos, especially the Carnival Legend Alaska Cruise video. I'm going this summer. Thank you so much. Tammy Holbrooks, thank you. Said, we really enjoy watching your channel and La Lido Loca. I was hoping La Lido Loca would have already logged off so then I could tell Tammy, don't worry about them. They're fine over there. You just stay right here with us. My gosh. Tammy, we'll take good care of you here at Sharon at Sea. Those guys they're really not that nice. It's all an act. I mean, they contacted us to do a group cruise. We're like, fine, whatever, we'll give it a chance. So,
oh my gosh.
But anyway, no, listen, those guys are tremendous. We love them.
They are.
They're some of our best friends here in the cruising community, and they've been great with us. All right, good. So let's wrap this thing up, okay? So what's coming up next, Sharon? Give them the rundown. The people want to know.
Oh my gosh. Well, this week we are Matthew's going to put out a video on his giveaway. We have some kid-related videos. I know some people aren't that interested, but if you have kids, you may be interested.
Don't downplay it. People want to know.
And then Saturday night, the plan right now is to premiere our embarkation video.
Whoa. Did you say premiere?
Yeah.
Are we premiering a video?
Yeah, we're going to do it for the first time.
But if we premiere a video, isn't it like, oh God, they're just premiering because everyone else is premiering?
Well, we'll give it a shot.
All right, there's 102 people here. If we did do you prefer to watch a video premiere where the people who created the video are in a chat with others where you can discuss it? Or do you prefer just to watch it on your own, at your own pace, and not have to talk to anybody else about it?
Well, I think people like it both ways. It probably just depends on if they're available. If they're not, then they watch it later.
All right, well, if you're still 101 people are still there. So if you're here, let us know about that premiere. What do you think?
But that's the plan right now. All of the videos won't be premiered because our schedule doesn't really allow that.
Yeah.
But we will try for Saturday night.
Hold on, Jenny B said no do with exclamation point. Jenny B, what do you mean? What is no do? Like don't do it? Like no do? Or I'm not sure what you meant there. It could have been it could have. She may have just butt texted us. She might have just sat on her phone weird and it just said no do. I'm not sure.
Maybe Saturday's a bad night.
Let's see. Is there something else going on Saturdays?
Are you doing something Saturday? I don't know.
Are you doing a Saturday thing? Is that why you're saying that, Jenny?
I don't know.
You're trying to push us out of the way.
I haven't been. I don't know what anyone's doing right now. We haven't had time to even watch.
Are you afraid we're going to get in the way of the
home.
driving force known as La Lido Loca? Come on, nobody can stop that train. Yes, Matthew's giveaway will be coming up. People are excited about that. Michael N. said, how often does Carnival run the $49 deposit per person special? Great question.
It's not any particular times. It's random. They tend to run it more during wave season, which is going on right now until the beginning of April. I'm sure there'll be a couple more between now and then, but after that it's just kind of random. The half off deposit you'll usually see once a month, most of the time towards the end of the month, but the 49 doesn't happen as often. So when there is one, it's a good time to book.
And I will tell you this, Michael N., if you have a cruise you're looking at and you want to be notified of any good specials coming along, let Sharon know. She can take your name down. Right? You can do that?
Yeah.
Shoot an email to sharonatsea@gmail.com. She'll keep you on the hotline. And if a $49 special comes in for your cruise that you're after, she can give you a heads up call and let you know, and you can get that going. So that is always an option. So Tweety makes a great point. And it just made me think of something kind of unrelated to her comment. But she said, premieres are fun because you can chat. La Lido Loca came to one of mine, and it was awesome. And I guess the point I want to make is, sometimes the one thing that kind of sucks about doing what we're doing in this vlogging and making videos and all that YouTubing is that we don't get a chance to do something that we really enjoy doing. And what we started doing, that we really enjoyed when we started this, is watching other people's videos and stuff. So we try to get a glimpse wherever we can, but if there's something scheduled, quite often we just can't adhere to the schedule, so we have to watch it later. Like the Cruise Geeks premiered a video earlier today. Well, I was really busy getting some stuff set up after the cruise and for tonight, so I couldn't watch the premiere, so I got to watch it later.
Well, but that's
I would have loved to watch that.
People that are available watch the premiere and enjoy it, and then there is always later. You can watch it on your own time if you can't make it. So it kind of, there's options.
Yes. Let's see. JDB said, never. I want something to do on Saturday. All right, Jenny B. Well, then if you want to do it, then we're going to do it, girl. Because if Jenny B says that's what's going to play, then that's what's going to play. And that's something we know about her. Leanne said, I'm still here. The Hubs is watching you guys go live tonight. Really, I figured you guys might still be hungover from the big game yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I think, was there a game yesterday? Because when I got home from, about 6 o'clock last night, I was like, well, I don't even think there's anything on TV. I was looking for maybe some MacGyver reruns or something like that. I thought maybe Caddyshack would be on somewhere. But, no, I guess there was a football game played yesterday. Captain's Table MDR. What's going on, buddy? Glad to have you here. You've been quiet all night, and then out of the blue you come in with a, what's your thought on the Super Bowl? I thought that the Rams laid an egg in the same fashion that my Chargers laid an egg. I don't know what exactly it is about the Patriots, and I don't know how they do this. You know, and a lot of people joke and say they're called the Cheatriots because they've had a few issues in the past where they're pushing the rules to the edge and taking advantage of everything they can. There's got to be something that they do that just other teams just don't do and don't know about. For them to be so in tune with how to shut down all the weapons of these teams that are usually a pretty high-powered offense. I mean, the Chiefs played a little bit better against them, but they still shut them down. They locked down the Chargers. They locked down the Rams, who are a high-powered offense. It's crazy. So, I don't know. What Lori said, it was a snooze. Hey, if you're for Leanne and her family, it was the greatest day ever because the Patriots won yet another Super Bowl.
Well, I'm anxious to watch. I want to watch the. I heard it.
Yeah, we got to go in and watch. We have to watch Maroon 5.
Yeah, I want to watch the halftime show. We recorded it, so that's my favorite part of the Super Bowl.
Yes. So there you go. Leanne did say tired in Pat's Nation today. Yeah, say hello to Brian, Francisco, and Jamie. He's here watching. Brian, what's going on, dude? How come you're not as involved in the channel as Leanne? I mean, she's a big player. She's heavily involved in stuff. We are desperately trying to get you guys to come on one of our cruises, our group cruise. Leanne says that she's too busy and she has work and stuff like that. Maybe you can be the one to kind of give her a nudge and say we should hang out with these guys. We'll do a lot of fun stuff. We can talk some sports. I mean, I won't bash the Patriots or anything. How can you? They're the best team in the last 15 years. So we can talk sports. We can have a few beers. We'll have a few laughs. It'll be a great time. And you'll be on a cruise. So, you know, you guys should talk about that. Make something happen. And you are welcome, Leanne. So there you have it. Leanne says she's dying. Hey, listen, I look forward to cruising with a lot of people. We had a good time with some people we talked to all week. And there you have it. Let's see. Andrew said they cheat like Lalito Loca. I don't know what that means, but there's an LOL, so I don't think there's any ill will behind it. Bianca Gooden is here. What's going on, Bianca? It's almost like the chat slimmed down to a tight 90. Which, compared to the 148 that were on earlier, it's like, whoa, we just got cut in a third. But now it's like, really the hardcore people are still here. That's what you do, guys. We announce that we're going to start wrapping it up, and the fair weather people, they all just start to leave. And then the true blue fans, the people that we love, the people that are here, you know, through thick and thin, through good and bad, those are the ones that are still here. So let's talk about the good stuff. Sharon, tell them about the good stuff now. The stuff we don't tell anybody, but we can tell the last 90 that are here right now watching us that hung in there.
Stuff about what?
Just give them the good stuff. You know, the secret stuff that we don't tell everybody. Just tell them all about it. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I don't have any secret stuff.
What?
I don't have
There's
any.
no secret?
No.
The cool kids are sticking around. That is right, Slinky Engel King. That is a tough last name to say, I'm not going to lie. Here we go. There's some people chiming in now. A little bit of football talk. Worst Super Bowl over at halftime is more boring unless you want to see a half-naked person. That's what Jim and Annette said. Maybe talking a little bit about the halftime show. We are the true 90, says Lori. Thank you very much. That's what we should call something the true 90. We should have a secret handshake, Nurse Nancy. You're right about that. Sharon, show them the secret handshake. You're not up on any of the secret stuff tonight, are you?
I'm not.
Okay, we'll talk about it later, and we'll unveil that later.
You're going to have to tell me about the secret stuff, because no one told me about it.
Leah said, watch Australian Football League. All right, I think they call that rugby? Is that what we're talking about? Those are some real men. They're banging their heads on each other. They bang their heads like I used to at a heavy metal concert back in the 80s.
Oh my God.
Like that. Tony, you know what I'm talking about. Nancy said premiere videos on YouTube is fairly new. Alright, so I don't know. Maybe we'll go ahead and do a premiere. It'll give us something to do on a Saturday night. Do we not have any plans this Saturday?
Not this Saturday.
Oh. The half-naked Adam, he was trying to make it more interesting. Was that guy showing off all his tattoos again? That guy, he's so sexy. I mean, what can you say? I'm ordering the shirts. True 90, Lori said.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. We'll call it the True 90. We'll name our next chat after that, and only you guys will know this. Because the people that already watched it, they're not going to rewatch this thing. And the people that haven't watched, that weren't live, they're not part of it. So just you guys are. But now it has to be the true 85.
Oh, okay. That's the only way.
All right, let's wrap this thing up.
We got to get going.
I need to go. I need to go take some NyQuil.
Yeah.
And get in bed, cuddle up. Will you come cuddle up with me? I need a cuddle bug. I just want to be cuddled.
I don't want to get sick.
Come on, you're already sick. You're already sick.
Oh my goodness.
Bianca said, yes, he is sexy. Are you talking about me, Bianca?
Oh, Adam.
Oh, you're talking about Adam Levine. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Look for all the stuff coming out. Laslan Dugan. I'm not saying that name right.
Oh, Cricket.
Said Cricket yesterday was probably more interested in the Super Bowl. Lachlan, You gotta tell me how to pronounce that. I need to know before I go to bed, please.
He tells us, careful. You're gonna get, yeah, he's gonna get me sick. I'm gonna have to keep my distance.
I am giving her the cooties.
Well, because I was sick. I don't get sick very often, but I was sick pretty good around the holidays. And so I don't want to get sick again.
You were correct the first time. Lashlan. Is that the correct one? I appreciate that. Very nice. Multi-Deadeye, what's up? Good night. Hope you feel better. Thank you so much. How was the captain's luncheon for the Milestone? Said Christopher Sundberg. I don't know. I didn't go to a captain's luncheon. Did you?
Mm-mm.
No. We did not do a captain's luncheon. We did not know about one, and we did not get invited to one.
Yeah, they did not have one.
So I don't know if we missed it or they just didn't have one on the ship or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe we were the only Milestone, so they didn't have one.
No, there was a couple other Milestone, I think.
You got my last name correct first time. Duggan. I see now I'm questioning myself, and now I'm just gonna bash it. All right, I'm gonna work on it this week, and then I can't. You better be there next week, and I need you to come in earlier so we can work on my enunciation, please. So there you have it. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Look for the videos coming up. Sharonatsea Cruise Crew on Facebook. Cruising Carnival with Kids. If you travel with your family and you want to get on a website that's totally dedicated to kids, Sharon runs that thing like a trooper. And sharonatsea.com. There's some vlogs, blogs, stuff that Sharon writes up on occasion. Check that out. And yes, Lori said you're getting sicker as we chat. It's because I'm talking.
Yeah.
And it's really starting to take over. So I appreciate it, guys. Anything you want to say? Last thing? Last words?
That's it. All
right.
We will be putting out as much as we can this week, and by next week we should be on a roll, hopefully, and be putting out two vlogs a week until we get through them all.
There you have it. So you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for coming and seeing us. And don't look at that screen because that's not. That's just that's us, but it's not us in real time.
I know.
It'll mess you up. You guys have a good evening. And here's one last picture to show you as we leave. And look for some vlogs coming out soon. We'll catch you soon. Thanks for being there. Have a great night.
Happy cruising. See you next week.
Happy cruising. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, peace out. We're out. Bye.
Bye.